bottom of the clip, but the gunshine stay high. What them boys still voting in that way. Big play, get it for the 18 if you straight. BYKE, stop hating, it's the model of the state. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk, that can get you killed down here. Niggas better learn the lingo, cause they'll be looking for you in that water finding Nemo. See, Palm Beach County be the craziest. Them Broward County niggas be the craziest. And them Dade County niggas be the wildest. Shout out to Bell Glaze and my niggas at Fort Myers. Salute to all my Florida boys out here on the ground. When niggas out here getting dough with that snow and the sunshine. Ducking nine, waiting at the port to bring in that order. Cause niggas like depend on what come across that water. Welcome to South. I was born in the South, raised in the South. A Dade County nigga that was made in the South.
No. Hope y'all can hear your boy, man. Been a while, man. I forgot this stuff worked, man. It's been a minute. So listen, bro, if you're watching this, man, it's a new Caneville YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Caneville channel is gonna live on its own. We're gonna try to build this one up, get this thing going. Start giving y'all a few shows, Crib Talk, Morning Breath Show. Yeah, Mike, man, it's been a long while. But this time, man, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be the whole crew. It's gonna be the whole crew, man, and we're gonna have a couple shows structured. So y'all make sure y'all share it for us. We're trying to get it up, get the likes up, so we can bring the villains over here, get all that sorted out, man. But it's good to be back, though. What, 4 more days before a Hurricane football game? Got Gabbard out there talking crazy. I'm sure if that ain't get the boy fired up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. But tonight we're gonna get into some lineup conversations, defense, offense, starters, who could be substituted, should be taken out. Some of the conversations. We'll get into a few other things too, like strongest position group, weakest position group, some of that stuff, man. To have a couple of these conversations. Y'all feel free to chime in whenever you want to, man. Y'all like the new hoodie, dog? Look at that thing, gangster. Get the goddamn mic out the way. You know, some motherfucking hoodie. Oh shit! That thing, gangster. Thing gangster. So listen, man, I got some dudes backstage. I ain't controlling nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how they gonna get in here. I know they back there. So you know what I'm saying? So we bring them boys out, my homeboys, Rich, Betty, Kyle, I think X back there somewhere drunk or something. Get them boys out here, bring them boys in, man. Get this thing started. Listen, man, y'all help us out. Put this thing in the group, and y'all tweet this thing for, because it's a new channel. YouTube don't mess with new channels like that. You know what I'm saying? YouTube ain't gonna be sending nothing out, shooting nothing out. Like for a new channel, YouTube treats you like a redheaded stepchild. You want anything? So y'all help your boy out. Y'all help your boy out, man. Let me see. Let's see. And y'all share it for us, man. Tweet it for us. We sure appreciate it. Let me see. I'm gonna jump and see if I can jump in this chat with y'all. Bam! In this motherfucking IOD squad. You see me. Yo. That ain't how you spell yo. Yo. What's good, bro?
Yo.
X, that's a lowercase X. It's like you got a lowercase X. What's good, man? We got Rich, Meti, KB in this thing, man.
What's good? What's good?
This is how we gonna do it, bro. Like it's not gonna be we gonna get the times right on the Wednesday, but we're gonna be on the Wednesday with the crib talk. We're gonna come on Wednesday with the crib talk, and then we'll have a morning breath show for you Sunday morning. I think we decided on, and we'll get the schedule to y'all, man. And it's gonna be structured, and that's how the thing gonna roll. But we bite, man. What y'all spelling that thing?
So we won't do the so we're not doing the spaces on Twitter no more, right?
Yeah, we doing the spaces on Twitter. This man always trying to opt out a job, man.
Hold on, but you just said we doing it on Wednesday too. We doing it on Wednesday.
The best show he got is a space on Twitter on Wednesday. He trying to opt out of it because he want to go to Tootsie for a fifth time that week.
Nah, man, I don't think I'm going to Tootsie no more, man.
Let me know in the comment section, dog. Y'all want the spaces on Twitter to stop?
Nah, we live.
Let me know, dog. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Y'all want the spaces on Twitter to stop? See what they got to say. You know they on a little delay.
Oh, hold on. I don't even see. Oh, the comments is up. Okay.
Rich, man, Kyle, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on, fella? Happy to be back.
Look at the answers. Look at the answers in the comment section, X.
Man, y'all know that space ain't going nowhere.
Man, we was on a hiatus, but we back.
Yeah, that's
back
now. The space nut got kind of too big. It'd be like every Wednesday night, it'd be 400 like active people in there when we in space. It'd be like at least 400 every week.
Right. And you trying to stop it.
Nah, I ain't stopping
it. A new channel with 150 people.
Nah, I ain't stopping it. I mean, but look, this one finna build up. Cause everybody been asking like, man, what's up with the morning breath? I say it's coming. Just chill. But the season here now, so we back. The season back.
Mm-hmm. New season, different results.
Let's
they can't go no worse than 5 and 7. I know, so they can't get no worse than that.
All right, here go the Jude. The Jude info. It was just he transferred to a different high school. He was at the high school he was at. Man, they was kind of not developing him the right way.
Come on, Judd.
Judd. So they was trying to do like a two quarterback system with him and another guy. They wasn't throwing the ball a lot, you know. So parents ended up transferring him. They was going to try to get him down here, close to Miami, but just wasn't able to admit him at a certain school. So he ended up going to Warner Robins.
So he didn't come to St. Thomas?
Nah, he didn't come to St.
Thomas.
Oh, okay, all right, dang. So he ended up going to Warner Robins?
Yeah, and they say that's a good school up there. Everybody I talk to, they say that's a good school. They got some good athletes, so he's there now. Hopefully, he's still a developmental guy. Which is why the staff is talking to CJ a lot right now.
Check the text, X. Judd had one bad game, one good game, right? Or two bad games, one good game.
Okay, yeah, one bad, one good. The first game, yeah, I was kind of ready to say, man, throw the hat in. But then he bounced back last week. He had what, four or five touchdowns, something like that.
Right. So listen, this is what we're gonna do, man. So we're gonna jump on here for a minute, man, and we're gonna go through who we feel is the starters. All right, you know what I'm saying? X came up with some starters. We all agree on it. We're gonna go through who we feel is starters and who all sitting on here, the crew, the Caneville crew, the Creel Talk crew, everybody sitting here. If you feel somebody behind them should be starting, you know what I'm saying? Chime in and let us know. Oh, no, man. I don't think Mal Gore should be starting, man. I heard he don't talk English well or some dumb shit. Whatever you want to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we're gonna go through all this. We're gonna go through all the starters, offense and defense. And if you feel somebody else should be starting or could be starting, chime in, all right?
Let's get to it.
Starting with the offense. The head man in the offense, TVD.
He starts. I mean, the team goes as TVD goes, so he's the starter.
So running backs. We got Henry Parrish at running back.
Yeah, you got Paris. Paris will start the game, and
anybody feel like anybody else should start over Henry Parrish?
I think
rumbling and shit.
I think
anybody should start over Henry Parrish, huh?
Number 2, I think number 2 should start. Me personally.
Who?
Chaney.
You think Chaney should be the starter?
Yeah. Okay. So when you talk to the coaches, they want the guy that could do everything in the backfield. So Chaney is the only running back we have that can run, catch, block. You know, all 3 phases of being a running back. Paris is not a good blocker. He's not that good of a catcher out the backfield.
What does AJ Allen suck at?
He's not a good blocker.
Shout out to the P305, by the way.
I think yeah. I mean, if you're going to start a true freshman, then yeah, Mark Fletcher could do all those, but he's not the pass catcher that Chaney is.
Hold on, real quick. Hold up.
So
hold up.
No.
Kyle, you sitting there in a granddaddy rocking chair. What's your take on this, man? Who do you feel like should be starting?
I feel like Paris should come out starting. I don't think the season gonna end like that. Chaney got to prove himself that he gonna be healthy and he gonna stay healthy. But I give it a couple of games and then we're gonna revisit this in about 4 or 5 more games.
Okay.
But it's a running back by committee, man. So you might have a different running back starting per game, each game. Friday night, Henry Paris is starting. He's running back number 1 Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't seen Chaney. XA Chaney. We haven't seen Chaney. Go ahead, Meti.
I was gonna say what Rich take on it.
Now I was just gonna say I agree with X. I feel like the 2 running backs we've been hearing a lot about, 3 running backs, has been Chaney, Fletcher since he got on campus, and AJ Allen in the spring game. So just based on that, I feel like you got to go with the guys that's been more productive. But the thing that makes me okay with Paris starting this first game is load management for a guy like Chaney. You know, he does have a history of injuries, so you want to make sure you save him for games that's worthwhile. You feel me? So right. You don't just want him to go out there for, you know, to play poor little Timmys and you know, get hurt. You know, I'd rather that happen during the A&M or Clemson or something like that.
But yeah, Coach Dawson basically said that the same with Paris too. You know, they held Paris out sometimes during camp. You know, just not to give them that much of a load. You know, which they kind of gave more of a load to Chaney during camp, which was kind of crazy. Like, wow, hold on, why would you give him more of the load? Like, we know Paris could at least take it, but Chaney, we haven't seen Chaney take it like that this year. So.
It's kind of hard for your best running back from last year to lose his starting job in the spring. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he did nothing to lose it. So that's the way I look at it.
Do you feel like he could lose it in the summer though?
No, unless you're doing something outrageous. It's hard because you gauging practice. You know, obviously that's the only thing you got to go by. But if he performed for me during the season last year, it's hard for me to say somebody doing this and that in practice. So we gonna take that job from him. That's why I say we revisit this in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? When the bullets start flying.
Yeah, but you know, I keep speaking and I keep telling people it's not about the starters at certain positions. It's about who finished the game. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna, not to go off topic, but if we go 80 offensive plays per game, just take the numbers. Just think about the numbers. Say, okay, if I give Paris the ball 10 times a game, if I give Chaney the ball 10 times a game, you know, that's 20 carries right there. You almost have maybe 20, maybe between 15 to 20 more carries. You got a Jai Allen and you got Mark Fletcher. So you split those carries up to preserve all 4 running backs. You say, well, look, we know Henry, Parrish, and Chaney may not last the whole season. Let's Let's give them something for the game, but let's not break them down. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to think like that. It's about who finished in the game in the fourth quarter.
If you want my opinion, I'm actually in the corner of AJ Allen just because I feel comfortable with if we have an offensive line like we say that we have, and AJ Allen is hitting them holes with what he did in the spring game, and is alive against what I would call a bunch of really bad tackling Ohio school in Ohio for the blind, linebackers and safeties. I got him breaking out. You know what I'm saying? This is a good warm-up game because it's not an absolutely dog doo-doo D3, D7 team. At the same time, it's a G5 team, but at the same time, you get the opportunity to kind of really see who can kind of take that role of the guy, right? And each back brings a different thing to the table, which kind of puts us in a position where we can be like, you know what? Hey, we need a 20-yard gain here. Hey, AJ, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need a first. You know what I'm saying? It's third and short. Hey, Chaney, what can you do? They all bring something different to the table. So I'm excited just to see like the type of coordinator Dawson is. If is he aggressive? He's like, hey, I'm trying to go for the throat. Hey, AJ, I need you to get 30 on this one to show him that we not fucking around this year. Like, that's what I'm looking at. So I like AJ Allen. That's me. But I understand X's point about them not necessarily being able to block per se. So
no, I'm just saying for us fans, we don't think of it as Mario wants everybody on offense to be able to block, everybody besides the quarterback. So I'm just saying, as far as the one guy in that room that we know can do all those phases of the game is Chaney. Outside of Mark Fletcher, but do we want to rush him in the fire just that fast? You know what I'm saying? Or do we? I would rather save Mark Fletcher for ACC play, because I just think
freshman struggle picking up blitzes.
Yeah, I just think once we get into ACC play, you're gonna have some players who kind of shoulders a little tender and don't really want to tackle that man in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? And you just say, hey, just get the ball to 22.
What's your thought, Street? You said in the back.
Yeah, Meti, it wasn't a spring game. That was the
scrimmage. Oh yeah, scrimmage. You're right.
No, I think X was the one. I mean, said he felt like Chaney should be starting. I think it's good the way it is. I think Parrish starting. Who I like to see. I would like to see Mark Fletcher. We always want to see the young kid that we think could he has the size, so he probably could deal with the rigors of a college football season his first year. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Mark Fletcher get some carries. But I think we started off with Parrish, man. But watching Henry Parrish up close, bro, last year, he would take some hits, man. Like I don't know if y'all could see it on the TV, but he would take some hits, man. And he would throw up, be dizzy at the end of some of them plays.
I remember that.
Yeah, bro, it was brutal watching Parrish run that ball. But no, I mean, he bike. His uncle ain't here no more, but he don't want to start a job again. So. Next, tight end. Now, through all these tight ends we had, it looked like the starting tight end is gonna be a damn transfer. Cam McCormick.
Grandpa.
That's who the starter gonna be, X.
Yeah, he'll be the starter. Just because Arroyo, he's practicing, but he's in and out. The same with Riley Williams, and the staff just isn't sure about Skinner just as of yet.
Really?
And I mean, he's going to start because he's our blocking guy. I mean, don't expect him to catch no passes. You know what I'm saying? He's our blocking.
Okay, so he's not a pass catching guy.
Yeah, he's not the pass catcher tight end. He's going to block.
Anybody object to Cam McCormick starting? Because I mean,
as far as yeah, go ahead and cook, Kyle, cook.
That's it. That's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. Go ahead, man. That's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
you just object.
I definitely
That's it.
appreciate him being there in a blocking capacity, but by no means do I want to see him running no 5-yard outs or anything like that. I mean, now from possibly like a like a 5 and in, you know what I'm saying? We driving, we in the red zone, maybe as a little distraction, and if he, starts off blocking and then chips and then maybe rolls out for something easy. If it's not there, if nothing else there for Tyler, then yeah, maybe. But I don't want to see him getting a bunch of different series where he's just trekking out there and running no 5-yard outs or anything like that, or being a safety valve. You know what I'm saying? You just block. That's all you need to do. Do your thing on the run play and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to see nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you for coming here. You know what I'm saying? That boy probably got a doctorate by now, but
doctor, he might have like 5 different degrees.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Goal line, you know what I'm saying? If we have to, absolutely, like, yo, cool. But if not, yeah, let's try to get the other guys out there. I'm like I said, if we talking about vertical, yeah, I need to see, a Riley Williams. I need to see, if he stopped having alligator arms, I need to see, Skinner go up and get the ball. It's nothing more frustrating than watching a tight end supposed to be big, taking contact, all that stuff, just
talented.
Yeah, pulling your arms, and when you think you about to get hit, man, that's so frustrating.
But he still kind of have the mindset of a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So if you was watching Michael Irvin, Michael Irvin was him and what's the cornerback name? The one with the dreads? Richard Sherman. They was this debating, and Michael Irvin was telling him, as a receiver, when you catching the ball, catch it with your hand, with your body instead of your hands. So him trying to be a receiver, he tried to catch it a lot with his hands. And when he get hit and the ball is in his hands, it just drops out because he's not, controlling the ball with his body. So I don't know if that's something that they teaching. I don't know. I don't know if the tight end coach teaching that stuff, but they definitely need to teach that to him because he's going to get hit every time he catches the ball.
Well, it should be a familiar face because that was his coach at Oregon, wasn't it?
No.
No. He's talking about Skinner. X talking about Skinner.
Okay.
Yeah, Skinner. Yeah, Skinner. No, I mean McCormick. I don't want them throwing the ball at him anyway. Like just, just go out there and be a grown man and block. That's it.
What you got?
So what's the timetable with Arroyo? How soon does he come back?
No, Arroyo's back. He's back. They just was held. Look, they practice hard, man. So a lot of those kids get dinged up, man. It was a lot of just dings where they saying, look, let's not, rush y'all out there. Let's get this season started. You know what I'm saying? We want everybody to be on the field. So he's going to play Friday.
Okay. I don't have a problem with the dude. I don't have a problem with the guy, whatever his name. I can't even remember his name now. But I don't have a problem with him. My problem is just him being on the field. It kind of makes us, I ain't gonna say one-dimensional, but it kind of like, all right, he's no threat. He's at the end here to block, or they're not gonna throw him the ball. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I need all threats on the field. Yeah, for situational, cool. For him just being out there, and no, man, I need people to pay attention to our tight ends and not just, he ain't going too far. Let me just key in on the run or something like that. That's the only issue I have with having a blocking tight end in the game like that.
Well, okay.
Run the ball?
Okay, so now look at it like this. I was telling my brother because he asked me about what's going on, and I was saying, well, I think our left tackle probably is not going to be as strong as we would like it to be. So if you do have a passing down and you have McCormick in the game, he can switch over to the left side and help Rivers on that side a lot more than just saying, oh, well, let's just have the tight end going out for a pass every time.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So you just say, well, we got a running back, and we got 3 receivers we can throw the ball to. You go over there and help Rivers until we know Rivers can handle that side by himself one-on-one. That's kind of, a solution that an offensive coordinator would do.
Yeah, again, that's situational, and that's great. Go ahead, Street.
I was at Twin Peaks the other day, and the little girl was serving me, and she said she was from Dallas, and I was like, yeah, what you doing? She was like, she she worked for Drew Rosenhaus. She in the marketing. I was like, oh, okay, then I kind of do the same thing. She was like, yeah, my boyfriend here, Elijah Royal. I was like, that's your boyfriend.
Mm.
He ready to go. You made it here, huh? Because usually the high school girlfriend get left in Dallas, dog. I said, you made it here. You must be a special one, dog. She's like, I made it. It was rough.
Why she
I was
working
on
Twin Peaks though?
Yeah.
She's a young girl. I think she
Gotta
just
work.
finished school or trying to finish school. He been hurt. NIL ain't started off great for him, Meti.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, remember he hasn't played. He's another one that hasn't played a full season yet. So
Yeah. I was like, he was hard on him. She was like, yeah. She was like, I was nagging him. I was like, man, leave that man alone, man. It's gonna be all right. But you made it. You must be
You're
special.
gonna get her ass sent back to Texas.
Here's
Leave
a
him
hot
alone.
Because he had plenty of options here. She just looked
Tell
at him.
him.
here's a hot take. Do y'all feel like Brantley should have stayed?
Hell yeah. I ain't even want to get into that conversation because I'm gonna get pissed off.
I'm not getting into that. That's
Yeah.
that's too close to home, man. That's the fan.
I mean, why y'all saying that though? Y'all think he would have jumped the depth chart or something? Like,
He should have jumped the depth chart. I don't know if he would have. That's why I say I'd get pissed off. So I'm gonna leave that at that.
all right, man. Moving on. Offensive line. Left tackle Rivers. Left guard Cohen. Center Lee. Right guard Cooper. And right tackle our freshman 5-star Mount Montgomery.
Yeah, that looks like that's
Anybody object?
the lineup for Friday.
I don't think we got many other options, Street.
Yeah.
We don't.
Nah.
I mean, hey, don't say we don't have other options because Matthew McCoy he's had a great fall camp and good practices. Samson is picking it up a lot faster than they expected. And here's a scenario where they keep saying, well, if they have to move Rivers to be the backup center because that's the one position we just don't have a backup at. So they have to move Rivers to backup center. Matthew McCoy or Samson will move over to left tackle. That's something that they're preparing to also because after Matt Lee, yeah, we looking. Oh man.
What was it that I saw Susan ask Mal Gore, like, basically, what's wrong with Samson? He had more stars than you. You know what I'm saying? Has it got out that Samson? Yeah, basically that's what she asked him. She was like,
Damn, Susan.
she was like, well, that's your starting. The guy with the 5th star standing over there, he's not starting. How do you think you feel about that?
Susan. God.
Well, when I interviewed him on the media day, I asked him. I say, "Well, look, okay, you see your counterpart, Francis. He's starting. Does that motivate you, or what? How do you feel about it?" He say, man, look, I want to start too, man. So it motivates me. He like I'm with him every day trying to figure out how can I be the starter on the left side. What has been said about him though? Because when you asked him that, I looked in his face, bro, and he didn't look confident at all. Well,
he looked like college football is puzzling him right now.
Yeah, the speed is. I think the speed of the game. Even when I asked him, like who's the hardest competition? I don't know everybody. You ask everybody, obviously, who their hardest competition, and Ruben Bain name just the first name they say. I don't know if Ruben Bain kind of just came in and just did a number on the way. He like, dang, boy, okay, I ain't ready just yet.
What are y'all? What rest of y'all hearing? Any of y'all heard anything about Samson? Like, what's going on? Like,
that's why.
Or something?
That's why I highlighted this comment because I'm of the belief that if Jalen Rivers, who is a guard for the record, if he's struggling, Ohio State won't be a good measure. But and I don't know if you really want to throw him.
Ohio State, Ohio State.
Man, that Ohio State.
I thought shaking this shit like what?
Yeah,
who coming?
Just say the team from Ohio. Just say
them Ohio people. Anywho, if them Ohio people, that's a good what's called. But I think if Rivers is struggling, you got to pull him and start prepping Sampson. Do I want 2 tackles starting? Absolutely
That's
not.
freshman.
But either that or you could probably get McCoy, but he's a right tackle by trade.
They have him cross training for both positions because as of now, like I say, he's probably the first offensive lineman to come off the bench.
Yeah.
If anything happens, I mean, on the outside.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that I absolutely like about both of those freshmen is that they're the prototypical size that you need as a starter at your tackle spots. So they're both dancing bears. They're both 6'4", over 6'4", over 300 pounds. I mean, that's exactly what you want. Long arms.
6'6".
Exactly. So that's what you're looking for. So from that perspective, I think as long as they can get the playbook down, because it's really important, especially on offensive line, to know what your assignment is. As long as they can get that down, I think, hopefully, by mid-season, Sampson is a starter, and let them boys do their thing for the next 2 to 3 years before they go to the league.
Hold on, Rich. I gotta stop you there. Let's not hope that he's the starter. Let's hope by ACC play, the guy that we've been hoping for the last 2 years is back and he's the starter.
Man,
let's hope Zion is the starter. I mean,
I thought that ship sailed. That ship ain't sailed.
Well, okay. So the way coach explained it is, they don't want to mess him up again. Because last year they put him out there where he shouldn't have been playing. So they want to make sure it's right. He's right. And I think they kind of do want to wait for ACC play. Because you play this team from Ohio, you're not going to grade them any better than you already got right now. Maybe Texas A&M he should play, but I don't even know if he's going to be ready. So, but ACC play definitely should be ready, and that should be the guy you say, okay, well, we're gonna throw him out there on the left tackle, and now, what I'm saying, your offensive line should be a lot better because now you have a natural left tackle.
So not much depth at O-line. Let's take it to wide receiver. We'll go wide receiver. Starting at wide receiver, we got Kobe Young, George, who I'm hearing look the best out of everybody out there, and TVD Ace Boone Coon, my guy, Xavier the Stepper.
Hey, I definitely want to hear KB, man. KB, not Kevin Beard. Kyle, KB, his guy. So I want to hear KB cook first, man. What you got, KB?
I don't have an objection. I think that's going to be the starting unit. The conflict is going to become after those 3, because you're going to have Harold, you're going to have Bashard, you're going to have Kirk, you're going to have Horton. That's where the indecision going to come from. That's where the fighting and the scrapping and the clawing come from. Those 3 guys in front of them, all they need to do is continue to do what they was doing, keep that trajectory going. I don't know about after those 3. X, you shake your head. I need to know what's going on.
Ray.
I mean, I don't know.
I forgot about Ray. I forgot to mention Ray. I apologize.
I mean, okay, so the names you named for the second group, it gets tricky because you got Harold, you got Kirk, you got Ray, you got Rashad, you got Horton, you got Frank Lasson, and then you start saying, okay, well, who's the 3 they gonna put in? I'm gonna just keep it a buck. The guy who you want to get in, Harold, he got to catch the ball. He got to learn how to catch the ball and let him stick into his hands. Kirk, it looks like Kirk is still having a little bit. I don't even know what you want to call it. I guess, new to Power 5 football. He's still trying to get there. And Horton is another one who's still you can still see like some immaturity still with him. You know, outside of those three, you know, you have Rashad. Rashad probably he might have one of the best seasons for us this year because the way that they using him in the backfield, slot, outside, he's gonna be very productive. Ray, I mean, you can't have him on the bench all game. You know, and then Robbie's looking good. Lassen has been having a good camp too. He just has to be more consistent. You know, so the two new guys who we kind of expected to come in and kind of push, they're pushing, but sometimes it's like, oh, okay, well, but Harold, he's fast. Like, I think if he could finally understand, he knows he's faster than everybody. He just got to understand, catch the ball. That's it.
Anybody else have any injections?
What you got?
Man, first I think, you know, we didn't even talk about Robbie. So I think Robbie, you know, maybe he's a red shirt. Yeah, maybe he's a red shirt candidate.
You say Robbie's the red shirt candidate?
Yeah.
He's asking. Like that's a lot of guys we just named. I mean, now we're starting to talk about competition and depth. And that's what
wasting years.
Makes the cream rise to the top, and that's what makes the Popes and the Wiggins not be allowed to drop the ball when you got guys behind you. I mean, that's what a real football team look like. You know what I'm saying? So this is normalized across the top 15, top 10 teams in the nation. I don't know, where does Robbie fit into there? I think
Robbie's playing. He's playing.
I think Ray do some Zachariah Branch shit. I think Ray puts his foot, and it's going to be a point where you're going to have to start him. I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
Now listen, when you have a scenario where you have Ray and Robbie on the field together, on the same side, on the side, and that's going to be dangerous because both of those speed alone, you know, like unless you got two speed demon cornerbacks over there, I don't know what you're gonna do.
So y'all good with the starters at wide receiver?
Let me
Yeah, I just need to know who out of all those backups, which one of them got TBD phone number and vice versa. That's how we'll know which one I'm gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I honestly feel like this lineup could change. I mean, because the name of the game is, you know, we got a lot of guys with a lot of different weapons, speed, you know, very talented, but it's going to come down to who catches the ball in clutch situations. And whoever shows that they could do that, they're going to be on the field. Who can't show that, it doesn't matter who it is. Out of those three guys that's starters now, or that we think is going to be starters, if they can't make those tough catches, they're not going to be there. So, and I'm cool with that.
Well, the first three that Streeter called out, those are most likely going to be the guys that they rely on the most. With a mixture of just trying to get Bashar, Ray in, you know, try to get Harold in on certain situations when they know they just going deep. I don't want to see him run no intermediate routes or nothing like that. Just, hey, go take off. You know what I'm saying? Just run by everybody.
So that's the
What'd you say?
Y'all finished? Y'all good?
I think Meti had to close.
Meti got something?
If I had to say, yeah, I think here's what I'll say. I think there's a lot of depth in that room, and I think there's going to be some guys who we're not talking about that are going to make plays because they're finally being coached right. And I'll leave it at that.
For a lot of the fans, I know this you know, y'all guys been having a great camp too, also so far.
What you mean by that, X?
You know, everybody love Michael Redding, so I gotta give him some love. He's been having a good camp.
Michael Redding Senior.
Check the text message.
Right to my point.
Check the text message, X.
Right to my point.
I'm with you, Meti.
Whoever met.
Coaching matters. I'll leave it at that.
And whoever missing, that's who we're gonna start with. X, who missing?
Oh man, okay. LT. I don't know why he put LT. That's crazy. I missed him.
The other DA, right?
No, he's the D
So
tackle. I miss
you got three. You got a defense end.
And I put two D. I put Kelly for D tackle under D tackle
Okay,
instead
Kelly
of
should be D. Right. Got you. All right. So listen. So since he was left off, because I couldn't figure it out while we was live. Defense. Let's start with LT. Let's start with both. Start with both D tackles. You got LT, X, and you got Dean at the other defensive tackle.
Yeah, that's the first combination up front. LT and Dean.
I don't think
I want to interject, but I can't. X the only person that's been able to see Dean up close and personal a lot of times, so I can't really say nothing.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what do we really think about Dean? I mean,
Well,
he has
I gotta see
advertised.
him.
from what I've seen, they have a hard time, and it's including the first unit. They have kind of a hard time blocking him. He I guess dang, what's the word? He's mostly in front of the ball a lot, so he has the count, or he just has something where he knows when that ball is about to be snapped. So he's in the guard chest a lot faster than the guard can get in his chest. So he's been like that all camp. So him and LT, they've been having a hard time blocking, and that's why I'm telling people I'm not so concerned about the run defense, because those two guys are getting in the backfield a lot faster than you can expect. Instead of saying, okay, well, let me just get a big 6'6" D tackle and just stand them up. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I just take on two blocks. Opposed to if LT's in the backfield, they can't run at him. Or if Dean's in the backfield, they can't run at him. Now they gotta, try to do something else. So yeah, those two guys are they'll be the first two starters on Friday.
We got Dean and Kelly. Dean is what? How much? Dean what? 280?
280.
He's about 290, 6'2".
Yep.
LT is about what?
LT is about 6'4", 6'4" and a half. 3. I think he got down to 305 because they say he was up to 315, so he lost 10 pounds.
I think LT is just one of them guys, man. Now he done turned into a fucking model on Instagram, so I hope he's still hungry, because he looked like Suave or somebody on Instagram. So I hope he's still hungry on the football field with all that Louis Vuitton and Balenciaga that he be in flower pillow. I just hope, you know what I'm saying? I just hope that's his fashion side, and he got another side on the football field.
You still don't got the little clip when we went down there and interviewed him. What the first thing he said? Man, I want what I want to do. What he said? Hey man, I just want to put my mom in a big house. This is you.
Mm-hmm.
This is you.
At defensive end, we got Mesidor. So we're gonna have Mesidor and LT on the same side, you think?
Yeah, Mesidor and LT on the same side.
Ooh, I like that. Mesidor and Najee Kelly at defensive end. Behind those guys, you got the young gangster Bain, and you got Harrison Hunt. You got Chance Williams and Lichtenstein.
Hold on. Say that what?
Lick in the middle.
Definitely
got in the middle.
Definitely got ejection to that second unit. You just forgot about it.
We just subjecting the first unit. That's all.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you forgot about it.
You got ejection to the starters?
Meti, go ahead.
Well, what about Jafari? So he's losing out to
man. I'm keeping it 100 again. Najee Kelly just looked way better. He's looking way better. Because Najee Kelly's doing both. He's putting his hand in the dirt and he's standing up.
And that's what I was going to say.
So that secret is out.
Yeah, we got.
What you mean the secret out about standing up?
Well, Najee is like a of course pass rush specialist. So you kind of have him as that dude that doesn't necessarily start the game, because especially at the beginning of games, you're looking to fill out the other team, looking to see how they run things. But then you put your dog in there to go hunt. So that's kind of how I see Najee Kelly. Whether he's a starter or not, I feel like he's the dude who could get home, and I think he's going to be one of the more exciting guys to one of the guys that really benefit from Gidry's defense for real.
Yeah, Girgy wants to he's all about productivity. And no offense to Harvey, but his productivity isn't Najee Kelly's productivity. Najee Kelly's productivity is very high. So they all about productivity, man. You know, when you get in there, you have to produce, because if you're not going to produce, we recruited and we brought in players who want to produce, and that's the whole thing. Like, you ain't no just because you're a senior you're going to play. If you're not producing, hey man, come on, your turn. You know what I'm saying? Go produce. You produce, you won't have no problem.
Also, I gotta add too. I don't have any objections per se, but I will say, shout out to Coach Hayes, by the way. I will say, you got to understand something. Like, what we were looking for last year, what Kevin Steele sold Mario was a quote unquote multiple front, but in reality, what Coach Gidry is doing is actually multiple. If you look at like how this team is built, because of the lack of depth, we cross train and play different positions that people normally wouldn't be playing. So what I mean is, shout out to whoever said Richie Boo. Richie got the fans in here. What I mean is, you're gonna see defensive ends who normally have their hands in the dirt start playing what Gidry called the jack, right? Where they're gonna be playing like a 3-4 linebacker. Why? He's getting them people ready. He's getting people ready to be more draftable, basically. Those guys get an opportunity to see different things. Like, hey, Harvey, maybe you ain't killing it with your hand in the dirt, 4-3 defensive end, but maybe we can find something. You know what I'm saying? As a 3-4 linebacker. Same thing they did with Pickney. Not Pickney. What's my man name?
Zach McLeod.
Zach McLeod. You know what I'm saying? I think he just made a 52. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What, man?
Yeah.
So I had 3 sexy something the other night, didn't you?
Come on, man. I ain't know that.
But yeah, no, Meti, you're right. That, Gidry definitely wants he wants the defensive players to have multiple positions. I explained this a while back. Harvey isn't going to have his hand in the dirt anymore. He's standing up. He's going to be that 3-4. If you want to call it that defense, or if it's a 3-3, he'll come down and stand. He's going to be able to drop in coverage. We won't see the big 6 foot, 300-something pound D linemen dropping the coverage no more. You know what I'm saying? That was Coach. Instead it'll be Harvey. You know what I'm saying? Who's very athletic, who can do that. So that's the style of defense that Gidry wants to run. And the only reason why I put Kelly in front of him again was because of Kelly's productivity. He just productive.
He said Richard here looking like Kumo D. He used to live downtown, 128 9th Street. Hit it. Wow, west.
That was the perfect under y'all king, man. First got McLeod, next up Corey Flag, man. Able to start hitting on my dog Corey, man.
Hey, Rich, I'm about to.
Ivey just made it 53-2. Listen, we had pros on our team at 5-7 last year, bro.
We did.
Hey, don't get me started, Street. Don't get me started.
Four guys on our team.
That's another show.
Four guys on our team.
It sure enough.
We got the money position again, X.
Yeah, it's star money,
star, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And it's Keontra Smith.
K4.
As the starter money?
Yeah, K4. Who's behind K4? Okay, so when the person who comes on after K4 will be mostly, that's when they're in pass down defenses.
Yeah.
So you'll have like Corey Couch or Jaden Davis at that spot. The other guy, Jadias Richards. Porter.
It's Porter getting boundary work.
Yeah, Porter getting the boundary.
I'm running downs. No, and here's why. I'm gonna let you cook.
I'm too happy.
Yeah, here's why.
Too happy.
We finished that project of him being a linebacker, right? It's just so in that position, he's kind of like a hybrid. Like you can also see this is also the position you might see James walk up depending on the down distance. And that's what I'm saying. This is why Guidry is such a, he realizes what he has in that room, which is a lot, but technically not much. But he figures out I can plug and play people in those roles based on the look, who's in that position. You know, if I got a 6'2" guy playing slot in that role, okay, well, I probably want to get a Jadaeus Richards or a James in that position. If I got a tight end line up there, okay, let me get a James to play that slot or that money position. If I got a really shifty slot receiver, you know, an X type guy, I can bounce between, you know, a Jaden Davis, a K4,
Couch.
or a couch. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty in it, that you can't really. While they think they planning, it's playing chess, not checkers. While they think they playing, like, oh, let me put this guy here. So, well, I got an answer for that. Let me put him here. I think that's the beauty of this defense and why it's going to be so successful, is because we're not just sticking someone who, okay, we see he keep getting beat, but we ain't got no other option, so let's just keep him there. Like, no, let's plug and play and see in the situation, how can we put somebody here who's going to make sense? If I got a 6'2" slot in here, it doesn't make sense for me to put the Corey Couch in there because he probably going to get head topped. But I can throw James in there, depending if it's a bigger guy, a tight end type, or I can throw in a Jadaeus Richards, who we know can probably play that position. That's how you play chess. That's how you watch it. As an offense, you got to look at what you can exploit on defense. As a defensive coach, you got to understand, okay, they're trying to exploit this. Let me answer it with something else. It's really that simple.
I will say this too. When we talk about the secondary, outside of Cam and what he did last year, we know we got a lot of talent back there, but we don't know how talented they are. We don't know if a guy like Corey Couch is really going to turn the corner and be a damn near All-American, where it don't matter if the dude is 5'1" or 6'8". You still gonna keep him out there because he's your number one guy. We don't have corners like that yet. So it'll be interesting to see. And if we thinking about, I'm just gonna leave it there. It'll be interesting to see.
Not so fast. What the dude from Not So Fast? Hey, okay, so Couch, again, Couch still is like one of our best cover guys. Couch, the thing with Couch is his tackling. Like he's been bad tackling. And when we had him playing on the inside, they've been running directly at him. So, you know, obviously, if you're not making them tackles, you can't get in the game. You know,
exactly.
With the well, I guess we still on the money. We didn't get to the cornerbacks position yet, but with the star position, right, our money position, you have K4 who could start it on the rundown. Then when you say, okay, well, there's pass downs, you throw in to Corey Couch, Jaden Davis, Jadaeus Richards, James Williams. You know what I'm saying? You can even have what's the kid named Streeter from Georgia?
Jaden Harris.
Jaden Harris. He's another one who could come and play that position also. He's very talented, athletic. You know, so again, yeah, like Rick said, you have multiple guys who you can throw into that position. But you also have to have the guys in there that's going to make those tackles. We know K4 can make them tackles.
Yeah.
Right. You know, he's lost weight. K4, they tried to put 30 pounds on him last year, man. The man, that K4, he looked like he's, you know, coming out of high school again. Like, okay, yeah, you can run. You ain't got all that weight on you now.
That's what's up. So listen, real fast, man. If you in here, make sure you subscribe and hit the alert bell. We gotta do all that again. This ain't the Footballville channel. This is Caneville. We just hit 200 subscribers, dog. What a soundboard. That's on the Discord, right? What a soundboard at?
Yeah, I ain't got. We working on that. We working on that. You know
we just hit 200 subscribers, man. We just opened this thing up last night. I mean, but we know it's kind of. It's a cousin or a nephew to Footballville and the Caneville Twitter, and we got a lot of properties where we can push people over here. So if y'all in here, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button and listen, help us out, dog. Share it with somebody. You know a Cane fan? Send them the link, man. It says subscribe to these boys.
Just click the arrow underneath that say share.
Yeah, just share it for us, man, and citizens of Cane fans, put it in your Cane groups. You know, we got kind of we come different, man. I think everybody think they different, but we give you all the info different. We come a little bit different at this, man. So if you're in here, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert bell. We're trying to get this thing to 1,000, then we'll create the villains over here and get it going with some more exclusive stuff. Cornerback, we got Devontae Brown and Jaden Davis, right?
Yeah.
Anybody object with Devontae Brown and Jaden Davis? Anybody want to object just because they want to see two brothers on the field? Just want to be petty?
You see, I highlight that Don snaps. You keep saying, well, everybody was going crazy about that when they saw that snap one at Canes. Was it Canes Fest?
Yeah. Canes Fest, yeah.
Scrimmage.
Talk to the people. Talk to the people. What did they see? What they saw, Meti? Everybody wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there either, but from what I saw from the streets talking, they said they had them outside.
The brothers on the outside.
And you can see what John snaps.
Yeah, both Browns on the outside.
Well, listen, y'all talking at the same time. What y'all saw in snap one? For the people who don't know what y'all talking about.
Go ahead, X.
Yeah, okay, so they had the older brother, Devontae Brown, starting on one side of the field, and they had the younger brother, Damari Brown, starting on the other side of the field.
Okay, and you put Don Snaps coming up there. Why, Meti?
I said that because a couple of clips that came out from a particular Colorado, camp, and they saying that boy getting trucked. You know what I'm saying? That boy ain't built like that. But then another clip came out, and they got Little Brown locking up, a particular 5-star receiver from this year's class. I don't know. I'm just saying.
So I think Damari Brown, as of now, he's our best natural cover cornerback on the team.
Big Brown,
the younger brother, Damari Brown. Yeah.
Is he that good at that size?
He's good. He's good. I mean, he's like that for real. He's good. That's why they talking about shit. He could push for a starting job. I kept telling y'all were like, man, he can't. I kept telling y'all like he can be the one pushing for some playing time because he's that good. I've seen him cover top guys 4 years of high school. He's always covering the best receiver on the field, and guess what? He holds it down.
No, he's in it, yeah. And he aggressive too. His brother say he play like a bully. What can Brown do for you? Make the shirt, X. Make the shirt. Get the trademark. Make the shirt, dog.
We on it.
Y'all know they daddy was my high school coach, man. Selwyn Brown, man. So y'all know them legacy kids right there. Yes,
that's what's up, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I talked to him at one of the practices. I talked to him at one of the practices, and I said, man, you got to be the happiest man in the world to have both your sons at your alma mater. He said, man, look, that's something, man. I thank God for, man. I'm like, because just look now. What happens if both of them goes out there and start on Friday night?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, might shed a tear. He might. Damari Brown, he's good. He's like that. Devontae, he's been locking things down on that one side, man. And I'm talking about against our guys, Young, George. He's been locking things down. So, those two guys, man, I just, And then Porter is a name that kind of gets forgotten, but he's been having a good camp also.
I was just about to ask about him because I heard he been stepping up big time. I mean, he not laying down for nobody.
Yeah, see, Porter, he's been stepping up. I think one practice, Corey Couch had a real bad practice, man, and it was known he had a bad practice.
That's the one that X cooked him, right?
Yeah, he was getting cooked. So they were like, man, we go in there. Porter got in there. The things kind of slowed down. You have multiple. A whole cornerback depth room is a way better than last year, like tremendously better.
I agree.
Can I say two things real quick? One is a question and one is just a comment. Bro, whatever. Look, have y'all ever seen a team? This got to be the team with the most like siblings and lineage kids I've ever seen, bro. We got how many sets of brothers on this team?
It's three sets.
How many sets of 3 sets of brothers, and how many legacy kids on this team? Got at least 3.
2 or 3.
We got at least 3 because
Yeah,
Walden is here.
yeah,
Both of the
Bane.
Browns are here. Bane
Yeah,
is
Brown.
here.
Brown, yeah.
Boy, that's crazy. But my comment,
I guess if you want to add the Washington, although the dead
Washington's, yeah, sure enough, 2 more of them. God, dog, what?
Yeah.
But
One
my
football program got 4 sets of twins.
Who?
yeah, but in college, man,
Norland.
in college, this is crazy.
Go ahead.
But but my question was, so what kind of lineup are we coming out in though? Because we're talking about the corners, and we was just talking about the money position. Is the money position a starting position, or are we coming out with 3 cornerbacks?
Yeah, no, we'll come out with the money. K4 will be out there. So it'll be a star. Because looking at Miami, Ohio's offense, they'll come with like a three wide receiver set and a tight end, 1 running back, or sometimes they'll have like an H back in the backfield with the running back, and then still have the 3 other receivers out there. So excuse me. So the 4-3 defense is kind of instinct, but you have those guys who can play that Sam linebacker who can also play the star and money position.
Okay.
So no objections with the starters at cornerback?
Nah, I mean, DJ was here when he playing in camp. I probably said, "Hey, man, you seen that my dog?"
DJ don't really got him a start, but he's on 53. Y'all talked about that man like a red-headed stepchild his whole career here. That's another show, dog. Another show. No, I don't know if he's starting. Tyreek might be starting the way he playing. Whole other show, man. I told y'all Tyreek was a freak, man. I told y'all. Listen.
Hey, did KB call it?
What's up?
Did KB call it or did Jay White call it? Where Jay White at? He usually be the main one in here talking shit too.
Well, yeah. All I said was Ivey was gonna get drafted. I told y'all that. X agreed with me. We knew he was gonna get drafted. Like,
yeah,
that was gonna happen.
Type. Yeah, you don't have that body type to get past.
Yeah, it was gonna happen. And you have to see him. If you ever see him in practice, you see him in shorts. If you see him in shorts and don't know his name, that's gonna be your first pick all day, every day.
Yeah, he had an excellent pro day, man. Pro day that like every time he did a drill, you can see the scouts just writing stuff down. Every time he did a drill, Tyreek did a drill, you just see the scouts like, damn, okay, these guys are they impressive. How the hell they went 5-7?
Now Jay White getting credit for saying that Ivey was a good player. I never said that. But Jay White get all that credit. I never said that.
It's funny, Streeter, because at the pro day, you literally see all of the scouts surrounding James Williams. And I'm like, why are they watching James Williams? And he just standing there. And one of the scouts was like, oh, that's the big, tall safety that they got on the team that everybody keep talking about. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, we need him on our team in the NFL. I'm like, well, shit. I keep telling people, like, this year, I think, since we're going to the safety group, man, James Williams is really finna show teams, man. He finna show everybody, like, okay, this was the James Williams coming out of high school that everybody wanted.
So, with that being said, safeties, Cam Kitchen, James Williams, which may be the strongest position we have on the team. Anybody object to anything of that?
No, that's
man, come on.
Okay, so nobody's going to object to that, right? So I'm going to say this. Guthrie talked about James walking down and playing linebacker sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. Does that mean we were bringing another safety, or we're going to go one high? So that third safety, who y'all got?
It's Marquise Williams.
Marquise? Everybody got Marquise?
Yes, Marquise. Marquise.
Not me.
Yeah, we need somebody who can run.
Yeah, I'm gonna object to that. I'm gonna let Meti go first, though.
Yeah, I think it depends on the down distance. You got to think if you're walking James up, that means you gotta most likely you're probably looking at him matching up against a taller type receiver, a tight end that's probably a playmaker. I wouldn't sleep on a Brian Ballum. I wouldn't sleep on a Jadaeus Richards probably shifting back there. I think I think it really, that's like I said, that's the beauty. And maybe it's because I coach defense a lot, so I like exploiting mismatches or what people think of mismatches and putting people in places like a chessboard, right? I don't think it's going to necessarily be Markeith. I think Markeith got some growing to do because, you know, you were just talking about earlier, X, how Corey had an issue tackling. Do we really want to say, hey, we got James playing one half of the, we got Cam playing one half of the field. The other half is left up to Markeith. A dude happened to get past, you know, in the slot. Let's say they move, let's say, for example, for lack of, you know, because I hate the dude, but let's say, what's his name? Johnny Wilson, 6'7". They line him up in the slot, right? James is there, but James is like, hey, I'm playing down the run. He lets Johnny Wilson go. Would you feel comfortable if Travis Hunter throw that up and Johnny Wilson's running next to Marquise Williams? Would you feel comfortable with him tackling Johnny Wilson?
Yeah, Marquise Williams is a good tackler. Everybody trying to say he made he tried to tackle Marquise Fletcher. Mark Fletcher.
And that boy had thrown 10 yards.
Mark Fletcher pretty much was doing that to everybody that day. So it's like it ain't just him. I mean, you have to. He do have to understand when you going at the guy like that. You got to just say, man, let me put my hips in front of him and hit him on his thighs instead of trying to hit him on his pads. But other than that, Marquise is a good tackler. He's a good tackler.
But we seen Marquise in the real game sticking people last year. Remember, Meti?
Yeah, I remember. It was like
bringing the wood.
It was Georgia Tech against
Clemson. He brought the wood. At Georgia Tech, we seen Marquise. Clemson, he starts him out on kickoff.
Yeah, on Clemson, he tackles good. It's just again, you gotta. I mean, you can't just expect to tackle Mark Fletcher with your pads and stuff, and I think you're gonna get him down. But
it's tackling good, but then you got to have tackling endurance or game endurance. Where if I leave you out there for a series and it goes 4 to 6 plays, 8 plays, back to back to back to back, are you going to be able to have the body type to make those type of tackles 8 times if you have to? That's where I'll be a little bit concerned with Marquise, because we have other guys that can fill in that role. But I would say this: if James is coming down and he's looking to pick up the run and it's in a down and distance where we know they're going to run the ball, then you might want to switch up the personnel. You might want to have a more sure tackler or bigger body in there. But if it's 1st and 10 and James is covering a tight end that likes to catch the ball, then we got to have Marquise in there because you're going to need somebody with closing speed that can cover other receivers. So it's a chess match, but you got to look at the personnel that they have on offense in the down and distance and make that decision.
I mean, again, Marquise been tackling good in practice and in camp so far. It's the one clip everybody keep pointing back to. That's Mark Fletcher. How many players in college football Mark Fletcher would do that to on anybody's team? Pretty much anybody, a secondary guy. So
now check that out. So Johnny Wilson is 4 inches taller and 20 pounds heavier than Mark Fletcher.
Yeah, but he not like that, man. He's definitely he don't have no power like Mark Fletcher. I don't care what nobody want to write. Like we talk about Mark Fletcher, who's 6'2.5", 230, and when he's running at you, he's running. Like,
how big is Johnny Wilson?
Johnny Wilson's 6'7", about maybe 200 pounds. Like, come on, he's not no Mark Fletcher, man.
6'7", 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's just a big, tall, small forward that couldn't shoot the ball, so he's playing basketball.
Oh, Johnny Wilson was at
Say what? He was at was he at Arizona State or something like that?
Hey, this say 6'7", 225. So
okay, well he's 225. He added some weight. I mean, but he still ain't like. Come on, man. You can tackle a 6'7" guy. You got nothing but legs in front of you.
That's a different type of 225. That's a different 225.
6'2.5", 230. But Mark Fletcher's a running back, so he not gonna let you hit him like you can hit the receiver. You gotta really,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta bring it.
Yeah, that's a different type of hitting right there. So,
Man, did you put up this comment? Kevin Parker said, "KB, you put KB do remind me of the dude who saw Hakeem at the
Yeah,
basketball
yeah,
game on
put that up.
commentary."
This is the greatest moment of my life. I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
So listen, man. So that's our start lineup. If y'all got some objections, y'all put it in the comment section. Let us know. We're gonna run this down before we get out of here. KB, who's the weak? What's the weakest position group we got? Mario couldn't get them all in one class.
Yeah, he sure couldn't. I'm gonna go with cornerback. Because it's unproven depth. That's why. We can say this guy. We talk about a freshman. We talk about a transfer. We talk about incumbents with Couch and Porter. I'm gonna say cornerback. I could go as far as say the whole DB room, but the safeties are so solid. But the guys behind them, we don't know. We hoping Marquise is gonna be something, but I'm gonna stay right there with the cornerback. It's too much unproven depth for that to be a strong suit, in my opinion. Gotta prove it.
That's what's up. Strongest position group, Meti.
Strongest to me is a wide receiver, and I say that just based off of there's a lot of different types of people. Now we spent I think the largest portion of this discussion just kind of talking about who can be the guy who gonna get their spot took. Is Ray gonna get on? Rob gonna get on? That's just a testament. And all them people are true freshmen. So I think that's just a testament to how deep that room is and how those guys are gonna be able to kind of come in, and it's gonna be a competition all year. Nobody. I said it in the group meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't afford to have a what Strepper had last year? A broken foot, broken toe, something like that, turf toe.
Broken foot.
He can't afford to have that this year because he may not get back on the field. It's carbon copies behind him who might be better than him. So he, outside of him being basically the guy who he gonna have to lead the team in catches, just being honest. He got to fight off dudes every single day, and this is gonna be his toughest year at UM, in my opinion. And he had an injury here, yeah, because there's guys behind him who want to take his spot. You know what I'm saying? Between Rashard, Ray, and Robbie, like nothing is safe for him. So that's a good problem to have.
Real fast. This is my last stand on that. When Restrepo was in youth football, I used to go see him play, and he used to make plays. My last stand on that. I said I would never doubt him ever again after he got to high school.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna stand on it, fool.
Yeah.
Watch. He gonna stand up, and they gonna have to drag him off the field to take his position, though.
That's what the fuck.
But that's what it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's got to be. I told myself I would never ever doubt him. Once I saw him go to quarterback in Deerfield, Maryland, they was getting the shit beat out of him. That was like, I'm never doubting this dude ever again. He gonna stand on it. But good take on that, Meti. Rich. Who's gonna be the player to take the next step? Who's gonna be the player to take the next step? Wow, West.
Well, I got two players in mind. One, I'm going to say James Williams, and I'm going to say James Williams because a lot of the criticism he got for his tackling, and a lot of people didn't realize that, or nobody knew that he was playing with an injury, and I think that now that he's healed up, I think that we're going to see something different. But another guy I do want to mention, and this is a guy who didn't play a lot last year, but I think it's going to make a hell of an impact just based on what he does well, and that's getting home to the quarterback and rushing the passer. I'm going to go Nigel Kelly. I think that when Miami's really good on defense, we typically have a guy who can pin their ears back and go get the quarterback. I mean, we saw when Jalen Phillips was here. We saw it when 6'7" guy, I forget his name.
Greg Rousseau.
We saw when Greg Rousseau was here. Every single time we have a dynamic defense where we cause a lot of turnovers, it's because we can get to the quarterback. So I think that Guidry understands that about South Florida guys. They like to play fast. They like to play fearless. And I think that we're gonna see a lot of out of Najee Kelly as well.
Good take, big dog. Big dog. I think Najee Kelly ready too, man. He just had a baby, man. He playing for something. I think he's ready. X. You think Coach Hayes' mama cracked the too deep at nose guard this year, dog?
She probably can, man, because we need the depth there, man.
They say she been working out, dog. She done slimmed down. She quicker. She faster. She been working on her hands, and she been eating hot sauce every Tuesday and Thursday. Anybody think Coach Hayes' mama cracked the too deep at nose guard? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, I think she better with her hand in the dirt. So yeah, I moved the linebacker last year. One hitting for me. So yeah, I'm with you, Street.
Hey, we got a good one for you, dog.
What's up?
You think anybody may lose their spot by halfway through the season?
Do I think anybody would lose their spot halfway through the season?
You gotta get X a hard one.
Yeah. Well. I mean, the only guy who I could think of, Dean. I think, you know, if Harrison Hunt is the guy who we think he could be when he first got here, I think he could take Dean's spot.
Look at Ronald Benny come in. You say Harrison Hunt?
Yeah, I think he gotta be available, because that's the thing with him. He hasn't been healthy. You know, he plays one game and then the next game when he's out, you be like, well, damn, what the hell? He's not even available to get on the game. So, but yeah, Harrison Hunt, I think he could take Dean, and maybe if you saying by mid-season, like around game 8. That number 22 on offense. 22 on offense he might take all their spot.
Ooh, Fletcher.
Mark Fletcher, he might take all their spot.
Fletcher look that good live, though?
Man, Fletcher look good, man. He look good.
Did he? Did he look faster?
He looked fast.
I seemed to think that he was going to be a punching bag in college, because he didn't think he thought he ran high, and he didn't think he was fast enough.
Nah, yeah, he fast. He fast, man. When he hit that hole, he hit it. He hit it with power, man. He run. I said he reminded me of Eddie George. Somebody trying to compare him to the running back from Alabama.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they compare him to Derrick Henry, and I'm like, well, he's not that big, but he might have like that same speed and the run style that they run with.
For the villains, man. I mean, for my villains, they saw the Mark Fletcher interview, man. So yeah. He made his own comparison. We'll leave it at that. If you're a villain, you understand.
He went that boy with AP, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. So, you know, we ain't talking about special teams. Everybody been asking me about special teams like every day. Like, hey, what's up with special teams? I'm like, man, I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to say. You know what I'm saying? So
who the kickoff return?
Kick return, man. They had Ray back there, they had Robbie back there, they had Chaney back there, they had Restrepo.
What about my dog, the new corner? What's his name?
You talking about Jaden Davis?
Nope, the other one.
He's cornerback. You talking about Robert Stafford?
Robert Stafford.
No, they didn't have him back there. Okay, so he's probably the one.
Robbie and Ray back there.
He's probably the one guy that's automatically that's going to redshirt. Robert Stafford. Him and Collins, the big D lineman Collins, the African kid. He'll redshirt also.
Don't tell me we got another start off a 5-7 team in the NFL. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Is Tripp he is starting. Is Tripp gonna redshirt? We was talking about no center depth.
He might redshirt also, because Tripp actually is coming back off an injury. So he's probably be redshirt. Unless once he's available, because again, that position is just not where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask you this, Zach. You've been out there. What's my man's name? The new punter, the new Aussie punter. Is he like that?
Wasn't it Dalen, something like that? Hold on, I got the roster.
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan Joyce.
Is he on some Lou Hedley shit, or is he?
No, I'm not gonna get y'all hopes up on that. No, He's nothing like that. Like he's nothing like that at all. Kind of worried me a little bit. Like he's kind of worried me a little bit because at the scrimmage, I mean from the spring game to the scrimmage, I was like, shit. I hope he don't have to rely on punting the ball this shit because he ain't like that. He hasn't flipped the field from what I've seen so far. Let's just pray that we can score some points because we just, if the offense is bad, then we gonna be in kind of some trouble.
So listen, talk to me, Meti. How many people we got in the chat? How many people you done seen in the chat?
We got 78 watching.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For everybody, man, this is a new channel. We only got 200 subscribers in it. We opened it last night. Now we had been talking about it since that damn 2021 October, but it finally got it going. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in here, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert bell. We're trying to get this thing up to where we can get the villains going again. It should grow. It should grow decently fast. It should go pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? Through all the hard work that had been put into Footballville and Caneville before that, we have things to actually push people here. But if you're in here, dog, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Help us out. Send it to your King fans. Tell them we bike every Wednesday.
What a why?
Every Sunday morning, right? Every Wednesday, every Sunday morning. We'll get y'all a schedule. And also, I see people saying, I missed the running back position. I missed this position. Maybe let's get together, man, and we'll mark it on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? When you put the times, when you put the times and stuff, whether running backs at this minute,
we'll throw the choppers in there.
We talked about Coach Hayes' mama at this minute, and we'll put all that up there. So y'all can just go back through the markers and follow it. But yeah, man. I mean, football season here. We back. We got Game Gabbert, whatever that damn name is, talking trash. And I hope, because I've been seeing y'all watching these Miami highlights and shit, talking about, man, y'all saw him against Kentucky, man. I don't know, dog. X talking about how big the offensive line is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so that's Blaine. That's Blaine.
Somebody asked Mario. Yeah, it's a little brother.
Oh shit, I didn't know that was a brother.
That's why he talking shit.
Oh, no.
You saw somebody ask Mario. Well, listen, basically somebody asked Mario today.
Yesterday about Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, listen, hey, y'all ain't do shit against Middle Tennessee State. Y'all got another Powerpuff here. You think your boys gonna wake up this time? Basically, is what they asked him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Mario was like, "It ain't got nothing to do with today's game. What's this week's game or something like that?"
Mario stuffed him in the locker politely.
Yeah. So I mean, so yeah, bro. That's going down Friday, man. It should be crowded again. It should be fired up. This is no Bethune-Cookman.
Nah, it's no Bethune-Cookman, man.
No, this is not Bethune-Cookman.
What's the team we played that got little Frank Gore on it?
Southern Miss.
Southern Miss. This is Southern Miss right here.
Yeah.
And that game was not impressive.
It's the Southern Miss, and that's why I say we got to go out there and dominate. They have a big offensive line, but they're not athletic. Our defensive line is too athletic for them. That's why I say, like, I'm not worried because they big and slow. These are the big guys. The area where they recruit that you don't want to, because they big and slow. Like, our D-line should just dominate them the whole game.
Our D-line not that big though, but is it a such thing as a fast D-line?
Yeah. I mean, look. Go back to the 80s, the early 90s. Our D-line wasn't the biggest D-line. They was fast. It was fast and physical. You know what I'm saying? So if you're faster than the offensive line, most of the time, you're beating them to the point. And you're gonna beat them when they trying to attack you.
I just want to see Ruben Bain. I'm being honest with you, man. I cannot wait. Wait.
It's funny because this dude hit me in the inbox. He was saying, "Man, you sure Ruben Bain a true freshman? That guy look like he's 40 years old." And I was like, man, Ruben Bain, he looks like he's old. And he just want to play football, man.
When I went,
that's it. I saw Bain at the back. Go ahead, Meti.
When I went last year with Street to Columbus versus Central, the first thought that came in my head is like, that man got the hairline of a 40-year-old. Like he looked like he's 40. Like Dominican, birth certificate. Like, what are we doing here? Because ain't no way.
You do look old.
You
I
do
saw him
look
at a
old.
basketball game. I talked to him, man, and he was like, man, listen, I don't caught on now, man. I ain't going out. I ain't doing nothing. I was all, I'm focused. You don't hear kids. You rarely hear kids say stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You
I
rarely do.
remember I asked him, I say, well, man, your homies, man, y'all don't break. They finna go hang out. He like, man, I ain't got time for that. I'm finna go on the
Think
IPL.
about it. He free. He got his own spot. He got money. Bro, listen, there's a lot of distractions in college football right now, dog.
Facts.
Right.
A lot of distraction.
And then
Don't get it
fucking
fucked
money
up.
on top of it.
These kids got money.
Mhm.
15 grand a month, 7 grand a month, 20. These kids got money, dog.
And no rent.
Hey,
Could y'all imagine being 20 years old? 15 grand a month in Miami?
Let's put in perspective. Street at the gas station the other day. We on a FaceTime, and guess who pull up in the BMW? He ain't been on campus.
A Mercedes, a nice Mercedes too.
And he ain't been on campus 4 months yet. Chris Johnson, he got something in the passenger seat apparently. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Kids got money, dog. I don't see
it's another player on the team that he ended up buying and he paid the car. He went and paid for the car cash too, man.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna say his name, but he went and paid for the cash. 2 days later, ended up wrecking the car, and went and got another one the day later. And I'm like, what the?
I need these parents to step up a little bit, man. I'm glad these kids got money, but woo.
They say a lot.
What?
Yeah, they got money, man. They getting money.
He paid. Can't say
Shout out to
had
them.
3 cars.
Cash. I'm talking about he paid the car cash. Like I text our chat. I can't let everybody.
We'll put it in the chat. We might give it to the villain. We'll give it to the 50. Sean Rounds. Them dudes that pay $50 a month. We'll let Sean Rounds get it.
And Willie.
Shout out to the platinum members.
Hey,
Listen,
man,
we
so
gonna get up out of here.
predictions. We ain't got no predictions, no score predictions.
No, we doing
Not
that.
on this one. Not
Not
on this one. We're gonna do it.
They
Well, shit,
coming.
we ain't gonna have a chance to do it all the time. Wednesday night, we'll do
Yeah, we will. We'll get to it.
Got you.
We'll get to it.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I got you. So listen, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all for coming, dog. You know what I'm saying? We jumped in there late tonight, almost 12 o'clock. God damn. This must be all the people here that's unemployed. All the unemployed people, man. Or the people who just got off night shift. Listen, make sure you subscribe, hit the alert bell. Crib Talk, Cane Bill, we bike. We got some exclusive stuff actually sitting on the channel. You know what I'm saying? We haven't put out yet some exclusive sitting on the channel. We haven't put it out yet. We'll be releasing that stuff, man, because you know how we come. But man, that's it for tonight, man. Yeah, y'all got anything to say, bro?
Glad to be back.
Good.
Glad to be in the building.
Glad to be
Football
back.
season is here.
Put up Rich comment. His Poochie. What she said? Poochie Richie Poo. I'm talking about lady, man. I've been doing live for 8 years. My lady ain't never showed up in the chat.
Hey,
Go get on the
she's trying to
street.
support.
Got them new Caneville shirt.
Holla at X with the Caneville shirts.
Mhm. Hey, look at what Chris Young said. Look what Chris Young said.
It's true.
PT job.
That boy
What's his
that's
name? Daniel say he'll retire USMC. I ain't retired, Daniel, but I'm a Marine too, Daniel, big dog. That's what's up, man. Hoorah.
Don't forget Space tomorrow at 7:30. Get in there early, man. Y'all be coming in there at 9 o'clock and be like, man, I missed what you was talking about at 7:30. Duh.
Mhm.
Duh. You know, it's always recorded though, but still, like, don't come in and talk about, oh man, I missed. Can you repeat what you said at 7 o'clock? No.
Just for the record, man. Spaces ain't going away. We expanding. You know what I'm saying? We knocking walls down. You know what I'm saying? So We trying different stuff. We trying to get different platforms. So y'all rock with us, man. Y'all come mess with us, man. 209 subscribers. We appreciate y'all. I ain't refreshed the page yet, but keep sharing, liking, subscribing, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. Space tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in. That's gonna be dropping that fire like you normally do. You know, we might poke our head in there too, you know what I'm saying? You know. But yeah, man. Appreciate it. I can't find a Richie Poo comment. We gotta finish on that note. Go ahead, Cook. Rich.
Nah, man. It's been a while. It's been a long summer. A lot of changes. I'm excited about this season. So, it's another season to take a step forward, and this is the remedy to what we need to do to get the players that we need to get in here, and it's line it up on Fridays and Saturdays and play the game. So that's what I'm ready for.
Man, thank you for saying that, Rich. Before we get out of here, everybody was asking me that. Damn, X, why we missed on David Stone. Look, I told y'all, David Stone literally was supposed to pick Miami. He was supposed to pick Miami. He did that. He did an audible on his family. Like, he did an audible on his family at the last minute. But I've gotten word that recruiting is definitely not over. Family's still gonna try to push him, to come to Miami. Right. And I think at the end of the day, man, he's going to honor his family, especially the mom and the grandma.
He gonna what?
I think he's going to honor both of those women, and come to Miami.
See, bitch, got a Clifton shirt on. Hey, Stone family was like,
Did you see the little girl face? The little girl face was like,
that girl thought she was going to Miami. Now she got to go. That girl thought she was coming to South Beach, designer shopping.
Mm-hmm. Back to the cornfield, baby. Ain't over yet.
Not the cornfield.
He's supposed to. See, dog,
my life.
Y'all be thinking that these kids be having this shit figured out, dog. I know the last thing y'all think is that kid has walked to that podium and not know who he about to choose, and y'all be thinking that that's not possible. These kids don't be having this stuff figured out, dog. At all. Dog, listen, they do not be having it figured out.
They don't. Because look, even when you talk to him and then you talk to the family, like the family's like, yeah, we just knew it was going to be Miami picking. He said, man, look, it was going to be Miami until I sat down in the chair. Once he sat down in the chair, that's when all the emotions came. He was like, yeah, my mom did say she gave me the blessings to pick the school that I wanted to go to. And that's why he picked up the Oklahoma.
Man, X, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you watch it back, watch the game back. This man on the sideline talking to what's my man that committed to Georgia, the cornerback, the nice one.
Ellis Robinson.
He was whispering something to Ellis Robinson. He had his phone in his hand. Out in my history of watching football, I've never seen a recruit with a cell phone in their hand on the sideline of a game, right? And he whispered something to Ellis Robinson. And then next thing I know, they cut to him walking to the sitting down. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to Oklahoma." I said, "Man, the wire transfer just hit. That's all that is. The wire transfer hit." I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but hey, he brought it up. That boy looked at that phone. He said, "Oh, that's what we talking about." Hey, I'm finna slide on these boys, man. You already know what time it is.
That boy had a phone on the sideline.
Yeah, that's phone on the sideline.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, listen, but that's kind of rough. I watched Zaquan losing in the game. You know what I'm saying? JJ getting hurt. They losing, and he has to walk to the sideline, fighting to get his family on the sideline to commit while his team is in the locker room getting chewed out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, think about it. That's a lot. That's a lot going on. So now you finna commit the happiest day of your life, and you mad because y'all down by 14.
Don't say too much. Hey, don't say too much. Hey, we got something for that in the works.
Look,
no other channel got what we got with that Zaquan stuff. Shout out to that boy Quan, man.
Part was already out already. The small one out.
Oh yeah, but that's for the members though. That's for the members though.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the whole interview out? Because I think you posted it on.
No.
Nah, he talking about
You got
the
some other
mic.
stuff. Some
He
other
talking about the
stuff.
mic'd up part that's on the Instagram.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's a longer. It's got a longer.
And the Zay thing, on Friday night, I automatically knew he was coming. He was going. I mean, I felt confident about him all along. So, but y'all knew he was.
Shout out to Florida State, man. The Florida State beat writer drove all the way down here, man. That's why all of us at the game we thought that. Oh man, damn.
Well, Streeter, no. I found out that guy actually stays down here.
Yeah.
That's the what's his name? Is it Zach, right?
That's what that makes sense then. What's his
He
name?
stays down here. Well, he stays in that Fort. He stays in the Fort Lauderdale area.
The dude from the Athletic, Manny Navarro, thought he had drove from Tallahassee, and when we saw that, we was like, "Oh shit!" But man, let's get up out of here, bro. We can get back. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. Peace. Whoever controlling the thing, make it go off. Go. We out.